Welcome to the second video for Beyond the Fence. This one will be for gameplay. We're going to be just kind of going through about 15, maybe 20 minutes of gameplay, just to show off the beginning of the game, some of the features that are in this game, so you can actually go in and check it out. It is still free, so you can go play it for yourself. We are turning off tutorials and all that stuff, so it's not there for you to see right now, because we just want to kind of get the basics going and see the game as it is, without all the extra stuff. So we will be going in. Let me click this, and we are going in now. Now I'm not going to read it all, that'll take a lot longer. I'm going to go fairly quickly through the text, because it is available to play right now. We're going to just do normal, and time difficulty will go normal, just to show the base game. Again, I will not go too long into the beginning story here. I'll give you kind of the quick breakdown as we go, but we're not going to go too deeply into it, because that's for you to go play. So we're just going to kind of go through. I'll give it kind of a couple seconds so you can read it a little bit, but I'm not going to go too long with these. So let's do that first. Alright, C1. Now we're back to a few years ago. They're having a baby. We're going to name her Marie. Default name, but you can name it whatever you want, up to about 8 characters. I think it's 8 to 10. Alright, now we are kids growing up a little bit, gonna go outside to play. And now her greatest nemesis has popped out of nowhere in her imagination. This is the first battle. There would normally be some tutorials here by turn, showing off, how to use the commands and what they all do. Since I know them, we're not going to go through all that, but when you go to play, they will be there for you. I'm going to pick and flick, throw a little poison at them. There we go. And since this is Marie's imagination, the enemy is only doing minimal damage to her, even though she is able to do damage to him. Alright. Another attack or so. And that should do it. Alright. And because it's her imagination, she gets to level up quite a bit. Look at that. 8 levels. Well, 7 levels, really. Alright. Continuing on. Big intro sequence. Now her dad's comes out. She wants a cat. Her dad thinks a dog would be better. About a year ago, they go and get a dog. But they end up with 2 dogs, and naming her doggy Doggo. Again, you can name it whatever you want. Up to 8 to 10 characters. I actually forget what I set it to, because that was so long ago. Months and months ago. Alright, so now we're just getting training as a dog, and this is the twist here, that we are now in the dog's point of view. So that is one of the big twists early in the game, is you now switch over to the dog. And there's the next door neighbor cat, having her say. Okay. Coming up on 5 minutes, so we're going to try and go a little bit faster with this intro sequence. Alright, Doggo is introducing Quackers, his duck friend. And 1 week ago, we now have some tragedy. The mom has died, and now we're to today, and Doggo is still having some issues with his mom, losing his mom. And Fuzzball's trying to make some jokes, but it's not helping right now. Now the parents have come out, spouting some stuff. But for some reason, they don't like the dog. So now this is one of your tutorial battles for the second battle, which gives you more introductions into the different types of commands, like skills, attacks, all that stuff. Fuzzball gives you some kind of showing you what you should be doing next, and also there would normally be tutorials active here that you'll see on the screen, but again, those are currently off. So we'll just kind of go through the gamut of rounds that we need. And a guard. Big attacks coming, as you can see by the more red, which matches this color, but when they go down this bar, it'll be much slower than normal. Normal attacks and basic attacks will usually go nearly instantly, but they will take a little longer to go down the chart. Let's see, now we'll do some attacks. Alright. Now we can use his first skill. Now as you see here, when you use it, you get experience. 100 experience for using the skill. So we're going to pop it. Doesn't hit me. And we get a level up from that. So you do level up from using skills. That is your bigger way to level up than the battles themselves. Enemies do give experience, but just not nearly as much as the skills will. But as you see now, the skill is now down to 99 experience. So every time you use it, it loses experience until it is maxed out in its level. As you can see here, there is a bar for the experience of the skill itself, which we will pop on that, and you'll see it kind of go up again. Okay, now it's just about escaping. Alright, so we have gone beyond the fence. Hence the name of the game. Now Fuzzball and Doggo are going to team up. Fuzzball is a healer, popping in with us. Alright, so now we have our two characters. So showing off, we've got equipment, which we can get more of later. There will be more toys you can add to it. There will be orb skills as you go. We'll get to those maybe in this video. If not, I might do some videos on features of the game and show off some of that stuff. This is new update, and a few updates ago there is now a world map that you just kind of cross over while you traverse zones. There's now a dungeon that has been added to the game. We won't get to it in this video, but it is going to be active when this video goes live, because there will be an update coming with all the new content, which includes a new zone and the dungeon. So that will be ready for you to play soon enough. You've got your hair, which in the original game, if anyone played the contest version, the tortoise and the hare were kind of the shops. The hare now has taken over being a shop. At the troughs, which used to just be healing, but now you have a menu that the hare will come up and do some stuff. You can get your healing here. You can get crafting, which we don't have anything yet for, but we will soon. So a new feature, there are no treasures anymore. Treasure chests, I should say. Because, you know, how's a dog opening treasure chests? So there is the little bloop that you see, and that is areas you can dig. When you walk over it, it'll bloop and flash at you, and then you can hold the shift button down and get the item. So if you go in here, we're going to kind of try and get to the area where there might be an item. And there we go. See how it's flashing? Now if I hold shift and do it, we've got an item. I was wondering if a battle was going to pop up. I did lower the amounts of battles that pop up, so yeah, we should see definitely less than there used to be. As you earn TP, you will become more powerful, up to 100% more, so double the amount of power. So basically, if your attack does 20 and your TP's at 100, it'll then do 40. But TP is used for your skills. So to use special skills and special attacks, and then to use the TP and MP, which will then come at a cost of a little less power, but the skills themselves are powerful, as you see, so it's worth the use of them. And that is your way of leveling up, so you're going to want to use those. And you get a little bit of experience from the enemies. So Loot Scent is a new feature recently, which is pretty cool. We can go into in a minute here. We'll show off real quick just the game stats. There's tracking for tons and tons of stuff here. Your party, your reputation there, exploration. Now we won't get into reputation probably in this video, but I would like to do videos on some of that stuff later when I have a little more time. So we've got quite a few things here. But let's quickly get back outside because we're already at about 12 minutes. So let's show off crafting real quick. Alright, so you can craft. When you earn the weapon shards or armor shards, and you have some feed to give the hare because he doesn't work for free, he needs to eat too, you can then create a focus leash for the dog, which will then unlock the barbed leash, which you can unlock, or you can increase the focus leash up by 10 levels. Max level is 100. There is weapon upgrade orbs as drops, or you can buy. Those will be the way you upgrade your weapons and armor. And as you see, there's the weapon shard, but let's quickly just pop over to the cat. And the cat can also get an upgrade. So let's go equip them. And each weapon will have like a specialty for each character. So there's 5 different ones for the dog, 5 different ones for the cat. The dog has a hit rating bonus for the focus leash, and the cat, for the chemist claws, actually gets better item power. So that's kind of nice. Now as you level up the weapon, it'll give you better power for the item power there. It'll give you magic defense bonus for the cat, and the power of the skill or the attack will be a bit better. So that is kind of cool. Now let's just kind of keep rolling real quick. Maybe get another zone in or so. Can introduce to the next characters. I do have enough actually. There we go. Alright. What I should do is actually use the cat. Start using his skills. He can heal, and that will also help level him up. So you do want to try to use skills when you can, but after battle, the TP that is left over every 5 will give you 1% heal back. So it's another one of those things where it will help you to keep, a little bit going with that. Now what I want to show off is the Loot Scent. So when you use this, it gives you the ability to see the treasure on your map, like on the screen. So as you'll see, let's use it, and now you can see there are sparkles on the ground. This is where treasure is that can be dug up or obtained. So sadly, the Loot Scent item does not last very long. As you'll see, when you walk a few steps, it goes away. So you'll kind of need to remember where they are or buy more. There is a specialty orb later on that you can earn that will give you the ability to have more steps with that. So something for the future that you can look forward to, but you do need to earn reputation for that, which we have not gotten into yet, and we probably will not in this video. It'll take a good amount to get to that. So we have met the pig and the fox. We're going to kind of just go through these quickly because there is quite a bit of, story going here and talking. But again, this is available for download right now for free. It will be free for a while longer. I will be putting a post up on the cost of it coming down the road, but that will not be happening until the first act is complete, so we still got a ways to go. I'm about 8% done, so basically we'll be at about 20% done once I get Act 1 done. So you still got about 12% to go, where it will be free that you can try it out for now. After that, there will be a cost, which I will detail later. Let's let these guys quickly talk, get them done. I did rewrite this scene a bit as well, so it is a little different than it was. So now, activating these also gives you air travel, where you can actually travel to the different areas of the game. Sweet. So let's quickly look at the shop. So there is basic items, which are your food, batteries, your travel orbs, your loop scents. Those are there too. You can grab those. Or capacitors, which you can't use yet, so you wouldn't want to grab those yet. One of the cool things I want to show off, though, is, whoops, not the craft. Although that'll be useful soon enough. Now, we might as well, right? Might as well get some more for the animals. Alright. Now, shopping. I did want to show off the orbs. These are all the orbs in Act 1 that you'll be able to obtain if you search for them. You can also buy them, but they are quite expensive. They will go down in price the more troughs you find. So it would behoove you to hit as many troughs as you can, because the prices will change. Even though some of the items will go up a little bit, the prices on these will decrease quite a bit. So, I mean, substitute order is nearly 500 feet. So it's up there. But that is all the ones in Act 1. There are over 100 of these. And is there anything I can sell? Not yet. I didn't really earn too much yet. So, this is the second zone. Just kind of going through. Let's go grab that item real quick. Let's get into a battle, actually, with these 4 characters. Alright. So, Shadow is kind of your stealthy type character. He blinds enemies with his first skill, but you do need to build up your TP to use it. As we know, Fuzzball is the healer of the group. This is your tank. Hammy is your tank. He can draw aggro from the enemies a little bit. As you see, everybody has your aggro bar above it in gray there. And as you attack, it'll change based on who's doing the most damage or has the most aggro, like if a Hammy starts hamming it up, basically. So, this guy's almost down. We will keep healing. Let's have Hammy kind of blast his pointing. There we go. So we should see his just rise to the top now. Alright, we'll do a few attacks. No one really needs heals. Enemy just used his special because he built up his TP. And what you can do is actually see here the different bonuses. But yeah, so he does build up TP as well. So when he hits certain amounts, he will use his special. Now you can actually check them out in the bestiary. Let's see if we can get there real quick. Beat this guy down. The battles are a little bit longer in this game because they're a little more tactical, and there is a ramp up of points and TP that you need to really get going. Now these are all the enemies so far in the game. You can actually see their skills here. Just kind of gives you a little basic thing here. Nothing crazy about it, but they will give you their skill set. And their elements and their basic hit points and all that, but of course as you level up, enemies level up, so their stats will change. So, and you can see their rewards and all that. And as you see, we actually have quite a few tutorials that I've activated in the background, but I did turn them off for this for now. We do have a quest log you can actually use, and it will pop up on your map if you want. I've kept them pretty simple though, not doing too many steps and stuff because it's just a lot more. So there should be a weapon shard down here. Alright. Now we'll go back up real quick to the upper, because there is some stuff in there. Right. Now we have 3 of these guys, so we're going to definitely want to hit a lot of skills here, so that will kill the enemies faster. If you just attack, you are going to be there in battle for a while, because attacks are the weakest thing. They're mostly for building up your TP and, you know, doing chip damage, but you do want to try and use your skills as much as possible because, again, it will level you up, and if you don't, you will be severely under-leveled, and you won't get very far. So, but that could be a good challenge run, you know, people love doing that kind of thing, seeing how they can make the game harder for themselves, so that is one way to go about it. And you can put the time difficulty on hard if you want the experience to be significantly lower, especially if you like exploring a lot or grinding a lot and you just like the old school grind. Turn it on that and you can get quite a bit more time into each of your battles and all that, because it will be harder because you will be lower leveled generally. This guy doesn't want to go down. Alright, so there we go. As you see, there's lesser versions. They have lower stats than the normal version. And then there's greater versions, and actually 4 different versions other than the normal version. So you can mess with that. And that's random when they pop up, so you never know. Hammy, we really need you to enter. Now, at first, I'm not paying super close attention here. At first, when like Hammy uses his skill, it'll be 1 turn, but as you rank up the skill, it'll then be 2 turns that it'll last, 3 turns, so on. So by using the skills, you level up the skills and you make the status effects also last longer. So that's another reason why using your skills is super imperative in this game. Ooh. And if I had used heal earlier, well, Fuzzball wouldn't have died. But that's okay, because if you die, you lose some of your feed, and then you go back to the last place you rested at the trough. So, which isn't far. So that's okay. But I wasn't paying super close attention, so that happens. We're getting pretty much to the end here. So I'll finish this battle off and kind of just head back over and maybe heal the party a bit here. Got 2 travel orbs, which will be useful as the act gets underway. We're going to definitely need a heal. And we don't even have enough to heal everybody, so we're going to do 20. And we're going to do this one and that one. And Doggo's just going to have to survive with low hit points or MP. Cool thing is, though, you do get a discount as you go. As you spend money here, you will get a discount, and it'll slowly increase as you spend money. So you can get quite a discount on these. As you see, it's 1%, so there's going to be no real discount yet, but it will increase as you use it. So everything kind of upgrades as you go. You can also get crafting stuff here, weapon, armor, and toy upgrade craft. Toys you can't do yet until you get the reputation, so I wouldn't buy those, but you know, if you want them, they're there. And we didn't equip some of this stuff, but we do have a weapon upgrade orb here, so that's useful. But that's about it for now. That kind of gets you just the beginning of the game, first 25 or so minutes. We will probably do more of these down the road. I do want to try and get into some videos on the features of the game, because there is quite a few. The main page does have those listed though, for the most part. So there is quite a few features I was able to put into the game since the contest version, so that is going to be awesome. Well, for now, that should be about it. I would like to show off more soon, but you can always come check this out right on itch.io. Look for Beyond the Fence. Look for Piprit is the name it's under, the developer it's under, which will change in time once I kind of get everything set up. But for now, it's for free. Check it out, download it. Updates are coming every few weeks. I'm trying to do 10 to 2 weeks basically, if I can, as long as I have enough updated content, because I do want to make sure to give out enough content to keep you busy for, 30 minutes or so at a time. I know it's not a lot of the time, but it does take quite a bit to create this and develop, but luckily I've done a lot of the work that I needed to get done ahead of time. All the items are in the game. I'm still working on armor because there's like 100 of each, so there's 400 of those. There's 80 currently in the game, which should be enough to keep you busy through the first act, so that's not too big a deal, because you can craft those as well down here, and those go from 1 to 100. So you'll be able to craft quite a bit of those as you go, but the next zone will have the armor crafting, so that'll be good for later. But yeah, let me let you get going, and I'll get back to work so I can get more to you. All right, thanks. Bye.